Hey y'all, and welcome back in the kitchen. Today we're making a homemade ground beef dish. We're using our 1 pound of ground beef we got, and we're going to turn it into dinner. So y'all come on and let's get started. Okay y'all, this recipe don't call for onions and garlic, but I want to put them in there because we like them. So I'm going to go ahead and use about a fourth of a cup of onions and about a tablespoon of minced garlic. And in this recipe, you're going to be using some mozzarella cheese sticks, some of the big round shells, because we're going to actually be putting our cheese stick in those shells. But first we got to boil them for about 7 minutes. We're going to be using 1 pound of ground beef, and you can even use a red sauce or a white sauce, and I'm going to go with the white sauce this time, the creamy Alfredo. And we're going to put our garlic in it, our onions, some salt and pepper, and some powdered garlic. So let's get our ground beef started. And first we're going to go ahead now and start sauteing our onion. Got us some water to boil our noodles in. Oh, these come on little trays. Let me get them pulled out of here. They're bigger than what I thought they'd be, but actually they're almost the same size as your cheese stick. So that'll be good. One stick will fit in one noodle. And we're going to go ahead and start boiling this tray. And I'm only going to cook one tray because it's just a meal for two. It's just Travis and myself. So we don't need all that since I can cook it separate like that. And we'll save that other one for the other recipe. But we're going to turn these on and get them to going. And I'm going to add just a drop of oil to my water. And we're going to add a dash of salt. And we're going to bring those up to a good boil and let the pasta get tender. Put a little oil in the iron skillet, and we're going to go ahead and get our onion put in there. I'm not going to use a lot of onion. I just want a tiny bit in it just to give it a little flavor. And we're going to go ahead and open up our cheese sticks. How many noodles do I've got? 7, so I need 7 sticks. And what you could do with these cheese sticks, if you didn't want to have to use 7 sticks, you actually could pull them apart and use a half a stick for one noodle. And I'm going to be putting mine in this size little glass dish because that amount of noodles will fit in that one real good. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my 1 pound of ground beef to my skillet and get that started cooking. Get it broke up real good before it gets too hot. And my ground beef don't have any oil in it, so I'm going to add just a little oil to my skillet. Whenever you cook this, you wind up with hardly no fat in this ground beef. And then if I do have to get that little extra oil out, I'll use the paper towel trick to get my oil out with. Our noodles are starting to come to a boil. Okay, I'm going to go ahead now and add my garlic. And I want to go with about 1 tablespoon. And I'm not measuring it, I'm just going to pour it in there. That looks about like a tablespoon. And now we're going to give that a good mix. It still likes a little bit more cooking. Alright, I'm going to get this done and I'll bring y'all back when I get my ground beef done. Okay, now I'm going to add me about a teaspoon of black pepper. About a teaspoon of garlic powder. And about a teaspoon of salt. And I'm also going to add me some total garlic seasoning. If y'all have watched any of our videos, y'all know we like to use the total seasoning. And now we're just going to give that a good mix. And see how we hardly have any oil in this ground beef? It don't put off much fat at all. But now for that little bit I do have in there, I'm going to take this paper towel, get this so I don't burn my hand, and I'm just going to take this in there and that extra oil. And then we'll move the meat to this side and get that oil. Just that little paper towel soaks your oil right up. So you don't have to do all that draining your ground beef out of your pan. So you don't have to do all that draining and pouring your oil out. Okay. Now I'm going to add my sauce. Put a little water in that. And get it all out of there. Oh, this is smelling good, y'all. And it's an easy dinner for fast night suppers. I bet this would even be a good kid-friendly recipe because they would love this cheese inside this pasta. Okay, we're going to set this to the side and get our pasta ready. Okay, we're going to spray our dish to get the sides real good because we don't want it to stick. Now I'm going to take this over there and drain the water off my noodles. Use this to get our noodles out with because they're pretty hot still. And we're going to just take that noodle and hold it. And we're going to just slide that cheese right in there. Up, one of our noodles collapsed. But we're going to use it anyway. Actually, it wasn't closed up all the way. See, this one right here wasn't made right. It wasn't even shut. So we're just going to take that noodle and put it in there and fold it up around it. And we'll let that one be the one on the end. But that's what they look like right there. And now we're fixing to pour our sauce over them. And just get our sauce on over them. Spread it all even, all over all your noodles. And now to the top of our ground beef mixture and our Alfredo sauce, we're going to add a little bit of shredded cheese just to make it pretty. This is mozzarella. And I'm going to put a little bit of Parmesan. And now we're going to put this in a 350 oven, preheated for 35 minutes. Just long enough to get it blended together good and all cooked, and your cheese melted in your pasta sticks. All right, now we're going to take it out. It looks like it's good and done to me. I'm going to try to get 2 of the noodles. Oh, there's one. Only one come out. So you sort of have to separate it depending on how many noodles you know you want. Oh, y'all, that looks good. It's good and cheesy. And the Alfredo sauce is mixed in it good. There's what it looks like. I'm going to show y'all what one of them looks like. The noodles, the pasta's done real good. And there's your cheese inside there. That's going to be good, y'all. Get this camera to focus. See the cheese inside your noodle? Okay, there's our 1 pound of easy ground beef recipe. What to do with 1 pound of ground beef when you need to cook dinner. If y'all like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.